Hey everybody, Breck Wainwright here. This week's discussion topic is going to be seed dispersal, and the paper I chose is Outdoor Recreation in Protected Areas Affects Animal-Mediated Seed Dispersal by Alberto Garcia Rodriguez et al. I don't have a lot of time, so let's get to it. So the man of the hour, so to speak, is Dr. Alberto Garcia Rodriguez. I actually had a hard time finding a lot of information about this author, but this is what I was able to find. He received his PhD from the Institute of Nature Conservation at the Polish Academy of Sciences in 2021. He's done a lot of research on seed dispersal and human disturbance, primarily in Poland and in Spain, his home country. He collaborated with colleagues at the Universidad de León in Spain to write the publication that I'm going to be talking about. And he currently works for the Spanish National Research Council. So the study site for this research was Tatra National Park, which is in the Tatra mountain range, which is situated between Poland and Slovakia. The national park itself is actually in the Poland section of the mountain range, so we're going to be focusing there. The national park is dominated by bilberry bushes in the understory, and you may be thinking from that bottom left picture, isn't that blueberry? Slang term for bilberry is European blueberry, so similar but not the same. Uh, Tatra National Park is actually one of the most highly visited tourist attractions in all of Poland. It gets about 5 million visitors every year, and that number of visitors is highest during the bilberry fruiting season. So the authors of this paper found 13 different species of birds. Obviously, I don't have time to go over all 13, but the two most common species that they detected looking at fecal samples were fieldfare and song thrush. The fieldfare, Turdus polaris, I know, turd, hardy, har, har. Um, I draw a lot of comparisons with them and robins. So they're comfortable in human altered environments. They're omnivorous. They eat insects, berries, worms, grains, and seeds. And they're highly social and they form large flocks where they are found. So the next species of interest is going to be the song thrush, or Turdus philomellus. The two fun facts I was able to find were people hunt them and it's legal to do it in Spain and France. I don't know why you would want to eat a thrush, but more power to you. And then secondly, they're known for keeping a favorite stone or an anvil, as Wikipedia and more reputable scientific articles call it, to break open the shells of snails. So my big takeaway from reading this paper is that even ecotourism, which doesn't you don't imagine adversely impacting the environment, impacts the environment. And it's been well known that habitat fragmentation and logging and hunting all have negative impacts on birds, but so does ecotourism. But at the same time, not all disturbance was built equally. This was a great quote I found from a meta-analysis from 2015 on seed dispersal and impacts by human disturbance. Was the magnitude of effects on seed dispersal seems to be dependent on the type of disturbance, taxonomic groups under assessment, and the geographical impact of where that disturbance occurs. And then doing similar studies in the future would be great, especially here in the United States, for our bird species and also for mammals and insects as well. So I think it goes without saying, especially in a natural resources focused class, that this study is important because it shows that seed dispersal is essential to the survival of some of these plants that rely on the birds to spread their seeds out, and then birds rely on these plants for food. And then there's also future implications that this study has on how we manage ecosystems in our national parks in the future. Two primary reasons why I chose this paper. The first is I've always thought seed dispersal was really cool. Ever since I was a wee lad when I first learned about this, I've always been really fascinated with how much positive impact that birds can have on seed-bearing plants. The second reason I chose it was because I have my own personal concerns with how ecotourism is affecting national parks around the world. I think there's need to balance the enjoyment of people visiting these parks, but maintaining the ecosystems at the same time. Uh, Thanks for watching my video and looking forward to discussions this week. Thanks.